Hello guys and welcome back to another video. This video will be quite shorter than the last ones, but I just wanted to show you what has changed with the new update. Everything is quite similar to the last version of Explain Mobile, but there is one massive, what you can also read there, one massive change, and that's the massive multiplayer. I already showed that to you in the last live stream. So the new thing is now that you have the possibility to fly with all people around the world who are also playing Explain Mobile, which is kind of cool. Before you just had the possibility to fly with one friend via the Play Store, for example, or the App Store. But now it's way better. You can fly globally, search an airport, for example. That's the airport of the last live stream, but let's change it to Los Angeles, which is also a tip from me. Go to Los Angeles because there are many players flying around. You can change your plane, you know how it works. I won't explain that more detailed, but let's just join there. And you will now see, after we joined there, that there are many people flying around, especially in Los Angeles, which is my tip. There are so many people flying around and at the gates, on the runways and so on. So okay, we spawned now. Already started engines, but normally we would start with the engines off. And now you saw on this video that's something that sadly sometimes happens. You can see that the connection to the multiplayer server has failed. There was a beta before where this happened too, but there was just said that your subscription has ended and you have to renew it. Sometimes after 10 minutes that was the case, and now it's the case that so many people are flying around and the lobbies seem to be crowded, and that's why you get kicked out sometimes. That happened yesterday in my live stream too, sadly. We were kicked out after many hours of flying. That was quite sad. And just have to join again. Something positive is that your flight plan, which you have set, is saved, and when you join again, your flight plan, everything is back again. Okay, now we're downloading the multiplayer server again. Let's see if we don't get kicked out and the planes will load. Hopefully this is the case, because for this video, of course, I want to show you how many planes are flying there around. Okay, spawn again. Okay, this time it worked. Thank you for that. You can see there are 3 Delta planes, for example. There's also 747 of Virgin Atlantic texting here. And many other planes. You can see it's quite crowded here. Trust me, guys. You can see it on the map. Yesterday was quite more, but that was also the release date, I think, or 2 days ago. That's why it probably was more crowded. But it's nice to have. It's not laggy. All in all, it's quite good. You know, it always is the case when Explain decides to bring out everything as fast as possible, the global flying, the multiplayer and so on. Yeah, it's normal that they will have issues with releasing that one, but all in all, it seems pretty good for me. What I also want in the future are more planes, of course, and more libraries. Hopefully Explain will add that too. You can also spawn here on the runways. You can just pretty much do anything, what you also can do in a free flight. Something that you can't do in the free flight is, of course, to change the weather. And you can also can't change the time. And something that you also can't change is the fuel. So if you are not packing enough fuel for the flight, you can't renew your fuel in the air. It's pretty much like in Infinite Flight, and that's, I think, quite realistic, because as you know, in real life you also can't refuel in the air. There was spawning a plane inside me, that also happens. That just shows how busy it is. Thank you for watching today's video. It was just a short and spontaneous video. Just want to show you the multiplayer. If you want to see everything more detailed, just check out my live stream. I'm saying thank you and see you in the next video. As always, good night.